humans who just came out of hibernation. Oh my God. Don't, come here, come here. Nobody can see you. You know, I think the last one, we thought the last one was hundreds of years ago. It's just so strange. Why now? Oh my God. You know nothing about this world, do you? This is the first place you encountered after you woke up? Well, that must mean that you came from not the station 94. No. Well, that's the nearest. But it exploded a few years ago. Well, nobody knew why, but I think they were trying to kill you. You know, humans that came out of hibernation have a tendency to be, well, revolutionaries. So if anyone sees you and it's clear that you don't belong here, like, look at you, you're so clean and you have a strange smell, like something pleasant but very not of this world. No, you're safe with me. You know, I actually come from a family of ex-hibernating people. See, my father was like you. He came out of hibernation a couple hundred years ago, but they then started a war against people that came out of hibernation because they knew too much about the X word, and that led people to a revolution. It was a very dark period of our time. No, you're not in danger with me. You know, I cared a lot about my father before he was killed by I don't know who, but certainly it was from someone of the police force that we have here, which is not like an organized police force. It's more like some dudes that just have decided to take control. But enough about me. You have to know a lot of things about this world. First of all, meeting humans is not that common, so I think you will be safe, because it's been so long since the last hibernating person came out. So nobody expects you to be here. Nobody's looking for you. And we are very few. Like, in this country, which is very large, I don't know how large, because I tried to walk through from one end of the ocean to the other, but I couldn't. So I think it's very big, but we don't know a lot about that. Well, in this country there are about 55 people total, and we live on our own. Everybody, well, yes, it was different before. You know, when the hibernating people came out, and started telling us about the world. There was a period of peace where everybody was content and happy. But then the revolution started because people were not satisfied, well, no more satisfied by the way of things. So they started a revolt, and so many of us were killed. And now we are, about 50 people. But that means that it's easier to live solo. But you stumbled across a meeting point, which is where we meet to exchange goods and sell things to other people, and that's very dangerous. So I think we should go to my hideout. Let's go. Well, here we are. This is my hideout. I'm very proud of it. Well, I did not decorate because there's no point in doing that. It's not useful, and I do not keep like useless stuff with me, because in case of a fire or an attack from creatures, yes, I have to talk to you about creatures, but just give me one moment. I'm telling you about my hideout, which I'm really proud of. I live on this staircase, and it's perfect because it's the first floor of a very old building, one of the last standing. But in this area, there are a lot of buildings that are still standing, so it's not that easy to find. My hideout. I was brought here by my father when he was still alive. I don't know how many years ago, like 100 maybe. Yes, I am 100 years old. Now people live a lot. Hibernating people live maybe forever. We don't know because we killed them. But we are really long living creatures, like really long living humans. But now we have really long lives, and this is better. I think we evolved because it's much more difficult to find a partner and procreate. So I think the lifespan got so much more large because of that. But I'm no scientist. My father was. Yes, he was a very famous scientist from the past world. But I think you need to know about the creatures we were talking about. Yes, it's a very dangerous word because there are some creatures that came out of nowhere, like when we finished the war with the hibernating people. I think the nature did not take that well, and some creatures spawned out of nowhere and then decimated us. But I'm gonna let you know them because I keep a journal about the creatures that I have encountered and or I know of, but there are so many more, and we don't know about all of them. They sometimes come out of nowhere, like shadows, and just kill a lot of us. But not all creatures are evil. Okay, remember that, because all this little talk I'm giving to you, it's because I have a creature of my own inside my hideout. Yes, no, don't be afraid, please. Don't be afraid. Its name is Mario, and it's a buff. It's a kind of creature that is really harmless, and people are still really scared of buffs because they have magical abilities and they are really unpredictable. But Mario is trained. Well, he's not trained. I cannot train a creature, a supernatural creature. Well, but he's very kind and loving, and I'm gonna show you a drawing of. He's very shy, so you are not gonna see him, but it's for the best because you will freak out. But I'm gonna introduce you to the supernatural creatures that I encountered and how scared you should be of them. Okay, I have my diary here and I'm gonna show you the creatures that I have encountered. Oh, also, you know what? I know I'm supposed to be strong to survive in a post-apocalyptic world, but I'm very not strong. Okay. All this work, and it's the wrong hand. Oops. Okay, much better. So, let's start with this one. This one is an ex-human. We don't know why humans have turned this way, but we're pretty sure they were humans because they understand the language and you can talk to them. Well, they don't respond, but you can talk to them and ask them politely to go away, and most of the times they will go away. Their point of, well, if you wanna kill them, you have to aim to the heart, like humans, or to the head. Also like humans. I have some information about these creatures. The level of danger we registered is 6 on a scale of 1 to 10. The description is, he is pretty chill, just don't approach. As I was telling you, they understand human language and they don't mean any harm usually. But if they feel threatened, they will attack you and kill you. So, yeah, they're pretty chill. Don't approach them, don't disturb them, just let them live. I think they're evolving as another kind of population. Like you can see them in groups. So that means they have a communication of their own, and I don't know, I like them quite a lot. You know, since they've killed some of my friends, but what didn't kill some of my friends at some point in this world? I mean, it's not their fault. It was my friend's fault. They were not careful enough. I don't know how I am still alive. I'm not careful at all. But okay. Encounters cannot be counted, they're literally everywhere. They'll not harm you as long as they don't perceive you as danger, which I already told you. So, the ex-humans, as we call them, are not like zombies in the movies, because they don't eat humans, they eat human food, like garbage for the most. But I like them, really, I do. They're chill. Next we have the Puff. This is Mario. You know, this is the Puff that lives with me. Take a good look at him. Isn't he so cute? He has only two things, and he has like really sharp fangs and bulbous eyes that protrude from his head. I think he has no brain, or very little, because he's not very smart. Even if I think he understands some of my words, but well, maybe he has the intelligence of I don't know, of a bottle of Coke. But he's a cute little guy. So his name is Puff, like the name of the creature is Puff. The level of danger is 1, and the description is he is also pretty chill, can be pet. Yes, you can pet him if he trusts you enough. Puff is a great creature, perfect even. I recommend keeping one of them in every house. For some reason, they scare the white face. Oh, you don't want to know about the white face, but we'll have to talk about. And can also smell other creatures, even the invisible ones. So that's why I keep one with me, and I recommended all of the people I met to keep one with them, to become friends with them, and let them in the house, because they are aware of other creatures and can alert you. So they're perfect. To me, they're perfect. I wouldn't change a thing about Puffs, and especially about Mario. Then we have Mr. Cloud here. This is a rough sketch of how a cloud looks, because they change shape every single time you see them. But they're pretty dangerous, and would I recommend encountering them? I'll read you some information about them. Level of danger 9. Description: not chill, avoid. 3 encounters. The first one, I was the only survivor thanks to Mario. See, Mario is very helpful. Mario, when a creature approaches me to kill me, but I have Mario like around me, the creature loses interest. It's like I think I smell like Mario, like his odor transferred to me, and that's why creatures don't harm me. And it's very interesting, because I think if I didn't meet Mario like a long time ago, I would be dead. Like, I can remember so many occasions where I should have been dead. But there was Mario, and he kept me alive. I know he did. But I wrote, they called me crazy for keeping a Puff in the house. They did. They called me crazy. But who's the crazy one? Maybe me. Who's the alive one? Also me. So it's good. Death by, I don't know what killed them. Like, I don't know how Cloud how clouds kill people, but didn't seem painless though. Let's go on to the next creature, which is this little guy right here. I know he looks cute, looks almost like a puff. Well, they don't look alike, but he looks as cute as a puff. And I would very much like to approach him one day, but they're kind of dangerous. Like, they are kind of dangerous. His name is Eyeball. I know we're not very creative with names, but it was time to create like creative names when you're trying to survive. Nobody. So, level of danger 8. Description: do not look at, not chill. I like Eyeball, but it does not like me. Number of encounters 1. Yes, I've seen him just one time. At first, I thought it was kinda like a puff, as I said, but it isn't. I looked at it and it manifested directly with its spike inside my leg. Very painful, would not recommend. He did this thing like it wasn't really funny of him to do. Where I was with Mario, obviously I take Mario everywhere. He doesn't even need leash. He just follows me everywhere because I feed him and I think he cares about me, like genuinely. But the attack occurred and anyway, and I think it was because it wasn't a lethal attack. Like it could have manifested itself with a spike on my heart or in my stomach, but it was in my leg and I recovered pretty easily. So Eyeball is not very approachable. And lastly, we have Void Face. Level of danger 10. Description: run. Number of encounters 0. I hope I'll never get to meet this gentleman. Seems like a nice guy, but must have some pretty rough trauma since I've heard about it only by people who died shortly after. Yes, this is the description they gave of Void Face. Was like a tall man with a clock. I don't know if you call this a clock, but with this kind of hood and stuff and buttons and just like chaos in front of his face. And the people who met him didn't die on the spot, but they died shortly after meeting him, just by seeing him. So yeah, it doesn't seem like someone you will want to meet. But now that you have all the information about the creatures I know, which is the most important part to, well, give you more possibilities to survive, I think you should rest because, well, you rested a long time, you were hibernating, but it was a lot to take in. So maybe I can give you some warm water. It's the only thing I keep in the house actually, and let you rest.